Every story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello and welcome on CoreTV News on the hour. I'm Ebulomo Adekunle. The Minister of Petroleum Resources, Dezani Alison Madueke, has filed a fresh application for an interim injunction to restrain the House of Representatives from going ahead with the probe of the allegation that she spent 10 billion naira on a chartered aircraft. The fresh application filed through one of her lawyers, Mike Ozekome, followed apprehension that the House of Representatives would go ahead with its resolution to commence the probe on June 17. The minister, along with the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, currently has two pending suits before the Federal High Court in Abuja, both seeking court order to stop the probe. The minister's earlier suit was filed before Justice Ahmed Mohammed of the Federal High Court in Abuja. And the second suit, which was just assigned to Justice Gabriel Kolawole of the Federal High Court, the minister, along with the NNPC, joined the Senate and the House of Representatives as the first and second respondents, respectively. Justice Mohammed, on May 26, rejected a plea by a lawyer who appeared for the minister and the NNPC in the first suit, Etigwe Uwa, to restrain the House Committee on Public Accounts from carrying on with the probe pending the hearing of the substantive suit. The judge, however, refused the application following opposition by the House of Representatives lawyer Abi Mohammed and adjourned till June 19 for hearing. Delta Airlines has confirmed that one of its Atlanta-bound airliners was diverted to Dakar, Senegal on Monday for precautionary reasons as against earlier speculations that explosives were found on board. Delta Airlines Director, Corporate Communications, Europe, Middle East and Africa, Olivier Collis, says the flight resumed to the United States after a short stop. He maintains that the safety and security of passengers and crew is the airline's #1 priority. There had been speculations that a passenger on the airliner had explosives on him with the intention of blowing up the plane. An unexpected electrical fault in the plane did not help matters as it further sparked more suspicion. A passenger, Edith F. Young, who was aboard the plane, had tweeted that the Atlanta-bound airliner had been diverted to Dakar amid suspicion of a suspected bomber on board. The police in Abuja have dismissed fears of a security alert in one of the major markets in the city center. This was after residents of the Federal Capital Territory were shocked to see increased security checks at the Gariki market. The police, however, say the move was meant to assure residents of their safety.
Well, first and foremost, I want to make it categorically clear there is no bomb scare anywhere within the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And this is a routine security check. And as a proactive service, we felt we should be doing this from time to time to reassure the citizens that we are there, and even those conducting business within the market, that they are safe and secured.
The federal government has been urged to tap into the abundant human resources in Nigeria's ivory tower in order to improve its security. This was the highlight of the University of Lagos convocation lecture held at the school auditorium. Omotayo Alo was there and now reports.
Preceding the 2013 convocation ceremony, scores of academians gathered at the main auditorium of the University of Lagos for a convocation lecture with the theme Learned Academias and Social Responsibility. The guest lecturer, Professor Emeritus Ayo Banjo, states that the Academy of Education needs to be subjected and paying greater attention to Nigerians' unique problems than to the facile borrowing of practices from abroad. In his opinion, this practice has not done the country any good.
It's the government which will call the academics and say, look, you've got Boko Haram, let's say. What can you, these wise people, what can you advise us to do? Or election is coming next year. How do you think we can avoid violence and consult the academy? They are there.
Speaking in the same light, chairman of the occasion, Professor Akinlawa Mabogunje, and Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council UNILAG, Professor Jerry Ghana, say that academics are waiting to play their roles in the development of the country, most especially at the time the country is under the pressure of insecurity.
Today, we're still planning without facts because Nigeria is a country which doesn't care about information. And it underlies security. When we say intelligence, we don't mean this. We mean having the data from which you can do the analysis.
If any country does not develop knowledge, you are left behind. That is a very, very serious deficit. So the knowledge system is extremely important for us to promote and fund. And the lecturer today did an excellent work in reminding us that the growth of academies in various parts of the world was part of their own development.
For the Vice-Chancellor, University of Lagos, Professor Ramon Bello, the institution has blazed the trail with a newly introduced course designed to curb insecurity.
In the university here, we are commencing some programs, postgraduate programs on security, which will lead to a lot of research work now being carried out in-house to be able to generate and profile local solutions to our own local problems on insecurity.
However, commenting on the recent protest actions staged by the students of UNILAG on the hike in late registration fee, he explained that the issue has been resolved and refunds of those who have paid will be made starting from 16th June 2014, while promising a peaceful, conducive environment for the convocation ceremony.
We are going to a next stage where it's not as easy for them to really get a job, but what we know is that the graduates that we are producing in University of Lagos are going to be able to put themselves.
As the 2012-2013 graduates of the University of Lagos are celebrated, it is the belief of academias that they would be a source of solution to Nigeria's myriads of challenges. Omotayo Alo, CoreTV News, Lagos.
In what appears a daring move, aftermath of a shootout that claimed one life, Ekiti State's Governor Kayode Fayemi took the people of Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, by surprise when he stormed the streets on a rally. Our Ekiti State correspondent Rashid has details.
Sensing the thoughts and security fears on the minds of Ekiti people, especially residents of Ado-Ekiti, aftermath of the Sunday police shootout, Fayemi's daring walk through the state capital held them spellbound. Again, the governor dares those who care to challenge the grip of the ruling APC on power that he will continue his shelved Ado rally.
Where you have a huge conurbation of people, Moferere, Itaiku, Igirigiri, Ajebandele, Omishanjano, Odo, and so on and so forth. Because we know that Ado is not just the old Ado-Ewi. Ado has expanded. It's a big capital city. Half of Ekiti population is probably here.
Ado, being the capital city of Ekiti State, shelters indigenes and non-indigenes alike. A professor at the Ekiti State University, who is also a native of the town, believes Fayemi has won the hearts of Ado residents following his successful development of the city.
As an indigene of Ado-Ekiti, the entire Ado-Ekiti community, both the indigenes and other people who reside in Ado-Ekiti, are suddenly behind Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, and we are going to pay him back by casting our votes for him come June 21st.
We are ready to cast our vote for DKF in coming election.
The governor, though, boasted of achieving so much developmental success across the state, he, however, says there is more to contribute in the area of infrastructure.
Some of their requests were not really novel to me. I knew that they wanted those things. We've put the processes in motion. to have those things. They've been in the pipeline, and there's no way we're not going to do many of these things before the end of the year.
As the June 21st governorship election draws near, Ado-Ekiti, being the local government with the largest possible votes, remains the place to grab for political parties who are seriously contending for the governorship seat. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado-Ekiti.
We'll take a break now. When we return, we'll bring you more reports. Thank you for being there.
Nigerians continue to travel the city of Lagos.
There is still a poor level of
Be the first to know from the north, south, east, west and around Africa. We break the news.
We are one Nigeria.
Now you can catch all the actions live as the news breaks. We are CoreTV News.
Welcome to CoreTV.
A 24-hour news station.
CoreTV News presents a platform with presence in over 30 states of the Federation. Be sure to be had. For live coverage of events, we have the capacity to deliver from anywhere in Nigeria and beyond. Contact us now on 0803-471-8550 or 0803-724-9733, 014-533-407.
A 24-hour news station.
You're still watching CoreTV News on the hour, and for more information on our news and other programs, you can visit our Facebook page on facebook.com/CoreTV News. Also on Twitter @CoreTV News NG. On YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, then news. The German Chancellor Angela Merkel has reaffirmed her support for Jean-Claude Juncker as new EU Commission President at a mini-summit with other centre-right European leaders who are deeply opposed to his candidacy. Britain, who is leading the campaign against Juncker, is reportedly threatening to pull out of the EU if the former Luxembourg Prime Minister is chosen to head the bloc's executive body, fearing he would lead it down a more federalist route. Cameron said his government did not back an interpretation of new rules, giving the European Parliament a greater say in appointing the Commission President. Cameron is spearheading a push for reforms to allow greater autonomy for EU member states ahead of a referendum on Britain's membership in 2017.
I believe that the European Council has the job as the elected heads of state and government to come together and to recommend candidates that are capable of carrying forward the reform programme that is necessary in Europe.
And that's the news for this hour. Join us again top of the hour for more. Thank you for watching. I am Ebolomo Adekunle.